What is up, YouTube? I am the Poké-Chap, and welcome back to my Pokemon Red version Nuzlocke. So, this is kind of embarrassing, but you may notice there is no background music as there usually is. Well, for whatever reason, as I was recording this, I failed to notice that A, my mic was not plugged in properly. I mean, it was in my computer, but it wasn't like it wasn't reading that it was actually there. So in my initial audio recording, it was just the background music. And as I was editing this, I also kind of noticed that the music was falling in and out of sync. Well, it wasn't really falling in sync. It was entirely just out of sync. It was longer than the actual video I recorded, and I recorded them at the same time. The recording software I use has them working side by side, so it should be exactly the same amount of time. But for whatever reason, it wasn't. So instead, I am just rewatching the footage I literally just played, and I'm going to talk over it this way. So sorry, there's going to be no battle music, no evolutionary music, just the sweet, soothing sounds of my voice, and that's going to have to be good enough for you guys, sorry to say. But to recap, getting back to the actual Nuzlocke itself, last time we managed to finish off Nugget Bridge. After that, I went ahead and actually leveled everyone up. So, as you noticed, I got Dizzy and Otherbird up to level 16. I kept Cadbray at level 15 because I wanted it to evolve on screen for you guys. That being said, I also went ahead and caught an Oddish on this route because I figured it was the only thing I'd be able to catch. There was technically the chance for a Abra, but I didn't see that happening. And sure enough, it didn't, and I didn't care enough to show you guys me catching another grass poison type that we are probably never going to use because we have this beautiful bastard. Yeah, I didn't really care enough. His name is Weed, if you guys care, but I didn't really think it was that big of a deal. So if you guys are angry at me, just yell at me in the comments, and I will do some form of formal apology or unformal. I don't know. I'll blow you a kiss. How about that? But yeah, so I'm just gonna go through and beat all the trainers on this route. End game of this episode was to get to Bill, and spoiler warnings, I do. So now we do get to meet the True Blue Pokemaniac himself and help him fix his science fair project gone wrong. But in the meantime, main objective is just get Cadbury up that last little level so we can finally get a Nidorina and by effect a Nidoqueen. Because I, prior to recording this, actually went on to the Bulbapedia site just to check and see what, because I know that Evolutionary Stone Pokemon tend to have some moves that they forego by evolving sooner rather than later, but fortunately the only thing that Nidorina can learn that Nidoqueen can't is Double Kick, and I could honestly care less about losing Double Kick, especially since I'd have to wait until level 50, and that's kind of absurd. So yeah, I opted not to do that, just figured it was a waste of time. So as you can see, I just decided to trek it back to the Pokemon Center, make life easier on myself so I don't have to waste potions, especially since I know there's a lot of trainers on this route. But yeah, I guess now I can just start talking about some of the casual things that I talked about during this. I didn't just blankly narrate and do silly voices like I always do. Sorry to say, you guys are going to have to miss out on the voices. I don't know if I'm going to do those again. Just the way it happens, I suppose. Don't worry, we'll go back to silly voices next time, in which I'll be facing my second... Oh, Jesus Christ. I just realized I'm going to be fighting Misty next episode, which means I got to figure out a girl voice for her, and oh god, I'm so bad at girl voices! Oh well, nothing I can do about it now, just gonna have to worry about that when I get there. But, yeah, one of the things I was talking about was actually how me and my lady friend actually started watching the X and Y anime. Truth be told, I did watch a bit of the original anime up through Advanced Generations, so pretty much the Gen 3 stuff. Gen 3 actually is the Pokemon game that I have like the most nostalgic connection to, just because when I was a kid and first got into Pokemon, the first game I actually had was Pokemon Yellow. But I had to share it with my brother, simply because my dad did not understand at the time, or didn't care to learn, that the original Pokemon games, or actually all of them I guess, are not multi-save filed, so he had me and my brother share it, and that did not really go well. We had very different preferences and styles and all that stuff, so it just kind of conflicted. Same thing happened in Gen 2 with Pokemon Crystal, so come Gen 3, he finally wisened up and decided, you know what, let me just get them each their own copy. So I got Ruby, my brother got Sapphire, and so Hoenn is, as far as I'm concerned, my first real Pokemon game, since that was the first one I played by myself, for myself. So yeah, that, I guess that had something to do with why I cared so much about, like, why I kept watching up until the Hoenn stuff or the Gen 3 stuff ended in the anime, I guess. And then I don't know, I didn't really care that much for Gen 4, so I didn't really keep on watching into whatever the Sinnoh one was called. I mean, they had some good, like, the Zoroark movie is amazing. For those of you guys who haven't seen, I highly recommend checking that one out. But yeah, it just, I don't know, it didn't really do much for me. Felt longer and bigger than the other ones, and not in a good way, like, tediously larger. But I heard terrible things about the Gen 5 anime, so I just avoided that one like the plague. I'm going to take a brief break from that one because Cadbury just leveled up, and so it is finally time for my favorite little bunny friend to get just a tad bit bigger. Funny thing is, this episode actually goes out the day before Easter. So, oh no, what am I saying? Easter's next week. I'm sorry, I don't know how to tell time. But yeah, so as I mentioned earlier, I decided to just forego holding off on foregoing Cadbury's evolution, just because it only got double kick, and that's not worth it for me to wait until level 50 for it to get that. Especially since there are TMs that have other fighting moves in them. So, yeah, I just went ahead and just went right into Nidoqueen. So, Cadbury is our first fully evolved Pokemon. Love Cadbury. Love that Gen 1 sprite for Nidoqueen. It's one of the only good Gen 1 sprites that we had. So, anyway, as I was saying about XY, yeah, me and my lady friend decided to start watching that one just for shits and giggles. And my god, we will not shut up during that thing. Like, it's fun. I'm enjoying it. It's really great, but I don't know. We just like to point out the flaws in it now that we're cynical adults as opposed to just mindless children. And yeah, I'm seeing some flaws in it that I did not before. So, yeah, I mean, the one reason I thought I wasn't going to like XY is actually because of Bonnie. I don't know, I tend not to like kids in anime, they just annoy me, but she's pretty alright, and her DNA is cute, so I will give them that. They managed to make a little girl not annoying, which is, as far as I'm concerned, quite commendable. But, yeah, in my case, I'm just waiting for Ash to get his whole team together, because I do like to keep up with his team just to see if he's making any sort of progress in terms of being a dumbass or not, and unfortunately 9 times out of 10 he is, but his XY team is pretty interesting, I'll say. I'm not going to say, well actually no, he does have a lot of broken stuff. Like he has his first fully evolved pseudo-legendary, another fully evolved dragon-type Pokemon, and then 2 Pokemon that were just like the cream of the crop of the Gen 6 competitive meta. So yeah, no, I really can't say that he did have a bad team on that one. Just, I don't know. But he does have a lot of things I really like. Like, I am so happy he has a Hawlucha, and his, oh my god, I love Lucha Birds so much, and his just has so much personality. I think that's the thing I like about it, is that they do all have their own distinct personalities, and I do enjoy that. I'm only as far as, like, the early parts of Kalos Quest, or Season 2, I guess. So I haven't gotten any of that Zygarde stuff yet, but I'm waiting on that. But, yeah, I also, it's not the only thing I'm watching right now. I'm also watching, what do you call it? My Hero Academia, or Boku no Hero Academia, depending on language preference. It's Just depends on how I want to say my. But the yeah, My Hero Academia is actually my third favorite anime, to be honest. Well, technically second, since my main... Okay, it's my third favorite series that has come out of Japan that is of the second dimension. It's probably my favorite, like, pure violent one, just because the other two that beat it out are Death Note, which for a long time was my favorite. I love Death Note. I don't know, like that slight, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, mysticism or spiritual, I don't know, like the supernatural, that's the word I'm looking for. The slight supernatural edge to it that, like, it doesn't have a big presence in it, like it wouldn't, like, Bleach or Naruto or something like that. Like, that it's there as a plot device. I enjoy that. It's mostly just about the intellectual battles, and I love anime-based intellectual battles. They are just so cool to me. I don't know, I guess I'm more of the thinking man, if you will, but, well, at least I like to believe I am. But, yeah, my new favorite is actually still an early ongoing manga series. If you guys haven't heard of it, I highly recommend checking this one out. It is called Promised Neverland. I don't want to say too much just because they very early on established a premise, but it's very similar to Death Note in a sense that it is like it has a fairly, well, it's a strong supernatural influence on it, but it stays mostly in the background as a plot device. It's not like in your face all the time, which I love, and the characters in it are all very interesting, and the intellectual battles between them are just, it's what I live for. It's so good. It's every chapter has been exciting for me, and I'm always on the edge of my seat just waiting for the next chapter to come out. Every week is just a painful wait until that moment, because every single little chapter just leaves me wanting more, which is what a good series is supposed to do, which is why it's, even though it's still very early on, it is easily become my favorite, because everything they do with it is just really smart. Yeah, those three, My Hero Academia, Death Note, and Promised Neverland are my three, like, favorite anime manga series right now. Potentially of all time, unless something tops them again, I don't know. I think the main reason I like My Hero Academia's ones that I do is just because it does have, like, some semblance of that smart battling in it. Like, I don't know, a lot of things feel like they just, like, things like My Hero Academia are just violent for the sake of violence, which, don't get me wrong, I like, but I prefer to have a little bit more substance to it than that. Just not much, just a little something. And the way they do a lot of the characters in My Hero Academia, I love, so I am super hyped for Season 2. I've read the manga, I know what happens, but I can't wait to see it all animated. It's wonderful what they do with it. If you guys haven't seen My Hero Academia or have no idea what it is, watch it, please. I'm begging you, it is one of the best decisions you'll ever make, provided you like anime. Yeah, it's one of those things. Another thing I'm actually really looking forward to is, they haven't announced anything for it yet, but if they don't do this, I'll be really, really mad. JoJo Part 5. I'm one of those people who do what they're supposed to and read the manga for it. Hint, hint, false JoJo fans out there who only watch the anime, read the manga. But yeah, Part 5 is actually my personal favorite of them, so I'm really hyped for that one. They haven't announced anything for it yet, but they did Part 4, and Part 4 is about equally as fillerish, if you will, so if they don't keep going, it's just going to be upsetting. Like, they need to keep going. I mean, the manga itself is still ongoing. They're in the middle of the middle of Part 8. But, yeah, I can't wait for them to do Part 5, and I really can't wait for them to do Part 7. Part 7's fantastic. It may be the best part of the whole thing. It's just, again, read it, find out for yourself why it's so good. You guys, if you're a JoJo fan, you need to do it. Trust me. God, where even am I? Kind of zoned out. I haven't even really been watching the video. I see movement, so I know I need to keep talking, but I ain't even paying attention. How far along am I on this damn route? Am I almost a bill yet? I mean, I'm only halfway through the episode, so I guess I gotta keep on going. Let's see, what other things have I been watching lately? Oh, yeah, you guys can let me know what anime you guys like down in the comments, please. I'd like to get a conversation around that. Just know, like, if I do have any anime fans out there, which I'm sure there are nowadays, it's pretty rare that you find someone who's not in the anime compared to someone who is. So, yeah, if you guys got anything that you like, please let me know down in the comments below. I'd love to get that conversation started. That'd be fun. Or if there's just any shows in general you want to talk about, I'm game for anything. But if it's not anime, I can't promise I've watched it. I actually tend not to watch a lot of American TV. It just, I don't know, it doesn't do as much for me. Call me a weeb if you will, but it's what it is. But another thing I'm keeping up with, actually, that I have very mixed feelings about is actually Dragon Ball Super. Early on, I cannot tell you guys how much I hated Super. Like, well, I mean, the first 2 seasons, for anyone who's watched it, as you know, it's literally just a recap of the movies, but worse in every way, which just boggles my mind. I can't even begin to understand how they thought that was a good idea. I hate when anime do a recap. But I mean, it's picking up now that it's starting to do its own stuff, and I'm really excited for the new arc. I'm hoping they do a good job with it. They've been doing a pretty okay job with it so far. Like, I'm excited to see what they do, because they've been doing some good stuff with the characters, especially Vegeta. Like, the one good thing that Super has given me that I never knew I wanted is Family Man Vegeta. Like, oh my god, I love Family Man Vegeta so much. Just how great of a parent he is while still being so Vegeta is just fantastic. I think my favorite episode of the whole thing so far may actually just be episode 2, where he takes Trunks to the park and just grunts the whole way through it, hating the entire experience, but sucking it up just because he wants to keep his promise to Trunks. Like, I loved stuff like that. And heck, even in the, well, I guess now it's not the newest episode, but it would have been a week from when I'm recording this. I guess actually when this goes up, it would still be a week, since I kind of had to record this the day that this goes out, so yeah, that's what happens when you mix YouTube, school, and a part-time job together, plus a club. God, I just realized how much that sounds like. Good lord. But yeah, it's the one when Bra, or Bulla, depending on how you want to say it, was born. Just him going Super Saiyan Blue just because they made his baby girl cry. I loved that. It was so stupid, but it was such a good stupid. But I really just need them not to drop the ball on this arc, because it looks like it's going to be good. I need it to be good. So if it's bad, it's going to hurt. Because I can't have them drop the ball like they did with Zamasu again. Like, that arc had so much potential to be good, but I don't know, just the ending just felt weird to me. Like, it wasn't satisfying. I mean, I don't know, it just didn't feel like Trunks really earned his victory. Like, he had his moments, but I don't know, just nothing that felt like he deserved the killing blow. I felt like it still should have been like Goku and Vegeta, or hell, even as Vegeta would have made more sense to me if they got the killing blow then, but it also didn't help that I didn't understand how strong Trunks' new form, if you will, I don't know how new it really was. I never understood how strong it was in the context of everyone else. Was it God level? Was it, like, just under God level, but still strong enough that he wasn't getting his ass completely handed to him? Like, how strong was he? It didn't bother to explain that well enough for me, and it just felt short of being when it needed to be. So I'm really hoping that with this new arc, that when they do really get the action started, that it is going to be very good. But yeah. So getting back to the game itself, for those of you guys who don't know, though, with how long this game has been out, with, I'm guessing now 20 plus years, though I don't know the exact date off the top of my head, but either way, it's been out for 2 decades now. If you aren't aware of this little thing that I did, normally to get to the item behind the kid that I'm fighting now, you would need to use Cut. But the first time that you're on this route, if you actually go and challenge him from the farthest possible distance that he will see you, then he will actually move forward just enough that you can sneak in behind him and get the item. So that is pretty helpful, especially considering what said item is and how much longer you have to wait to get Cut. I mean, not that much longer, but oh Christ, I gotta teach Cut to someone, don't I? Oh God, I don't even know who I'd want to give that to. Maybe Experiment, I don't know. That, or, well, actually, I think it might be best to give it to Other Bird, because I assume Other Bird can learn it, and he's at least a normal type, so he gets stab off of it. I don't know. I gotta figure that one out. But I'm not even on the boat yet. I still have to beat Misty, so I don't even know why I'm acting like that's gonna be a thing. Anyway, So yeah, I got another TM on this round. Only now do I decide to check them both out. I don't even remember what this one was. Oh yeah, Thunderwave. And that's good, but I don't have anything I can learn. Oh, Cadbury might be able to. I don't feel any... Yeah, Seismic Toss. That's what I just picked up. Now you see why I don't give a damn that I lost out on Double Kick. Like, who even cares? I have another fighting move. I have that coverage now. So it's not even a problem. Yeah. So... Yeah, what else did I even talk about during this episode? I don't even remember. I think that was actually about everything. Oh, there was something else, though I didn't talk about it during my initial recording. There is another anime that I am actually checking out that I completely forgot about. It's actually based on a Japan exclusive game called Monster Hunter Stories, which I pray that we eventually get in the Americas because it looks amazing. It's based, for those of you guys who don't know what Monster Hunter is, if you've played The Witcher, it's that. But for those of you who haven't played that either, it's pretty much you control a character called a hunter and you go out and kill monsters so you can get their parts to make weapon and armor, so you can be better equipped to fight even bigger monsters, so you can get their stuff to make even better weapons and armor so you can fight even bigger monsters, and I think you see where it goes from there. It's pretty much just an endless cycle of getting bigger and better so you can kill more stuff to get, just repeat the cycle indefinitely until you're happy, and then you just kill things indiscriminately. But Monster Hunter Stories is actually a little bit different in that you actually get, I'm assuming, a juvenile of the monsters that you get to ride and fight alongside, which I am all kinds of on top of that. Like, if I had a Japanese 3DS, trust me, I'd have been gotten that game. But unfortunately, I barely had the money to buy a regular 3DS, so importing one from Japan ain't happening. But I don't know. I do plan on going there eventually, so maybe that'll be my really expensive souvenir. We'll see what happens. Yeah, it has its own anime, which is just Monster Hunter Stories Ride On, which, I mean, it's not terrible. It's pretty good. It has this weird animation style where it has, like, the monsters are CGI rendered in, like, 3D, and everyone else is just standard animation. It's nice animation. My only real issue with it is that, like, I feel like the CG could have been incorporated a little bit more seamlessly. Like, it's pretty damn obvious. They don't look like they're in the same plane of existence, but, I mean, it works well enough. I wasn't expecting much out of something based loosely on a side game of a main series, so, but, I mean, it still does the job. Like, the CG animation's not bad, it just looks out of place, I guess. The only issue I really have with it is there's one side character whose name I cannot remember, but it is a talking cat, and I hate its existence with a burning passion. Like, I cannot even begin to explain to you guys how much that thing bothers me. It's just the worst. Oh my god. But, yeah, aside from him, though, it's pretty decent. So if you guys are Monster Hunter fans and you haven't heard of this, I mean, you can supposedly it's made by the same people who did JoJo, so, I mean, it doesn't feel like it per se, but, I mean, I guess just, like, from an animation perspective, it's not bad. I don't know. If you guys aren't keeping up with anything else, like, it's got 26 episodes out right now, I think, so, or at least somewhere around there. So, if nothing else, it's a decent distraction for a little bit. Okay, it's almost done. We're almost at Bill. I guess I will voice over Bill. Just, I don't know, just something. Yeah. I'm really upset I didn't get to test out, Seismic Toss this episode, unfortunately, because after I got it, everything felt like it resisted it, so it almost would have been completely pointless for me to do it. I would have been better off going with Scratch for, well, not Stab. Well, I guess I wouldn't have gotten Stab off Seismic Toss either, but, like, just, I don't know, just something that would hit at least standard. And this fucking Pidgey, man, I hate this thing. What it does to me is wrong. I feel violated for it. Just this. Like, this thing is the main issue I have with frickin' Sand Attack. Miss 1, 2. 3. 4. And mind you, it's only done Sand Attack twice. Shit, now I lost count. I think I'm at 5. 6. I only did Seismic Toss because I thought Seismic Toss's thing was that it never misses, but I guess I mistook that for some... Vital Throw! That's what I mistook that for. I think 7. Yeah, 7 times, and it only did that a couple of times. Finally hit the damn thing. It just... God, I hate Sand Attack so much. But I got a level out of it, so whatever. I guess I can get over it. But yeah, obviously I switched the hell out of that. I kinda wish I had gone into Dizzy instead, but I mean, actually now that I think about it, doesn't Spearow evolve at level 8? Is it 18 or 20? I feel like it's one of those two, but I don't know off the top of my head. I guess it doesn't really matter all that much. Alright, let's go to Bill and finally wrap this up, shall we? Oh man, talking this long is harder than I realized. Alright, let's do Bill's voice. Hiya, I'm a Pokemon! I think at this point I was giving myself, like, whether I was deciding whether or not I want to do the voice or not. And yes, that's the voice I decided on, so get over it. No, I'm not! Call me Bill, I'm a true blue Pokemaniac! Hey! What's with that skeptical look? I'm not joshing you. I screwed up an experiment and got combined with a Pokemon. So how about it? Help me out here? And this is where I went to my moral decision of do I be an asshole for the first time ever with this choice or not? And, well, I mean, I'm sure it kind of prompts you to do it anyway, but whatever. When I made the teleporter, go to my PC and run the cell separation system. Okay, so this is not something I mentioned in the original recording of this, but it's something that just dawned on me. He says he got combined with a Pokemon, right? Where is the other Pokemon? Because only Bill comes out of this machine, so... Is this moment a little bit darker than we realized? Because... good damn. It's kind of ridiculous. Yeah! Thanks, bud. I owe you one. Okay, this delay out of control is weird. So, did you come to see my Pokemon collection? You didn't? Chap, you son of a bitch. How dare you impede science? That's a bummer. I've got to thank you. Oh, here. Maybe this'll do. I get to go on a cruise. Yeah. The cruise ship SSN is in Vermilion Sea. Its passengers are all trainers. They invited me to their party. But I can't stand fancy dues. God, I read slow. It's staying forever. Why don't you go instead of me? Thank God I'm done with that stupid southern hick accent I decided to do for whatever stupid reason. So, yeah, that's pretty much the extent of the progress I got on this episode. So, next time you get to look forward to me taking on Misty. Hopefully that goes well. I'd like a repeat of Brock if possible, but yeah, that's actually where this episode ends. So if you guys enjoyed what you saw, then go ahead and give this video a like. It helps me out a lot. If you have anything you would like to let me know, any commentary at all, you can put that in the comments. And if you want to keep up with this series, then subscribe to my channel. And if you guys wanted to know about the going-ons of this channel and any future projects I may have planned, then head on over to Facebook at www.facebook.com/hypergon and like my Facebook page where I make regular updates on anything that's new with the channel. So, until next time, that will do. And until then, peace.